Hello. Happy Saturday. Wait, I didn't get my cards. Let's see if I can move without falling off the chair. Wait, I'm going to. Wait, guys. Hello. I forgot the most important thing of them all, the cards. If I don't have the cards, why is everyone so quiet? Are you guys getting the Scorpio mysteriousness? They're there. Lerita is sleeping right now on the bed, and Luna is downstairs. She has been having. I'm sorry for the TMI about Luna, but she's having a bit of diarrhea. So yeah, checking on her, and, and yeah, just checking on her every day. Um, I change her food, her dry food. Um, I I change it. Um, and about me, I'm fine. I'm just recovering from a cold. I still have a bit of a headache. The headache is still not gone entirely, but I'm hanging on in there. What can we do? Is what it is. Yeah, I do have a few. I do have a not a few. I have a lot, but I will get there. Also, I discovered, I believe, on my TikTok account, the one for tarot readings. I believe I have available already to do live streams in there. So I think, I don't know if it works or not. I will try to go live. I will try to see if it works. Probably I will try tomorrow evening. So if some of you guys follow me, maybe you will see me go live. Um, so yeah, I will try to do a small live stream to see um, if it works, because I haven't reached the 1,000 followers. Is it followers or subscribers? I believe it's followers. Well, I haven't reached. I have 600, but I don't know. I saw it available. I saw it like an option. So yeah, I will see tomorrow evening around 8 my time if I can. I will try to do a live stream in there. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of Argentinian um, audience because I'm in Argentina. But I don't know, maybe if you guys, if some of you join that you are from different parts of the world, maybe my algorithm changes and you can find me. But yeah, I believe mostly I'm going to probably initially I'm going to get Spanish speakers, um, because yes, I'm in Argentina. I don't know how TikTok lives work. For my personal account, for my Spanish account, I do also have the option, because in there I did reach the 1,000. But I never use it because I don't like the tarot live stream that, there's a lot of tarot readers that they go live and they answer yes or no questions. For me, I don't like it. I don't like to do readings like that. It's not my niche. It's not my style. I prefer to do what I do here on YouTube. But yeah, there's some people that in TikTok that they are like, oh, I don't do YouTube. So we all have our styles. It's difficult, especially I believe that for TikTok, I don't know, I will have to go live. Also, don't expect me to pull cards on my first live stream. I will go live and just chat with people, because I noticed that there's a lot of comments and there's not like anyone can comment. Like maybe you can filter certain things, but you have to get like a moderator. So I'm sure that the first live streams it could be a bit messy. So yeah, I will see how does it work over there. And if I reach a level of that I feel comfortable on TikTok doing TikTok lives, and if I can see a way of organizing, maybe people have questions and I can pull cards, but I don't know, just TikTok, like the comments and everything happens very fast, and people that um, they are not, they can be of different fandoms, they can, ask for different people all at the same time. So I don't know if that will be like the right space to have a proper tarot reading. Maybe I can choose random questions and pull cards, but yeah, since I don't work like that. Probably TikTok is not for me. But maybe just to chat, to have. I know people that go live and they just chat. They don't do anything. They just chat about themselves. So I was like, since YouTube, I do the readings here, and I'm mostly working. Like I'm doing the readings, and I'm very focused on getting the readings done. Maybe TikTok could be like a way of me just connecting and talking about myself, or just talking about my profession, or talking about the things that I like, or K-pop. Yeah, I don't have K-pop for my own sanity, but I wish you luck in there. Thank you. Is it there to do lives on TikTok? Is it better to do lives on TikTok? Or what have you heard about it? Hey, Fluffy. I don't know. I have colleagues here in Argentina that they have tarot TikToks that they are in the tarot community, and they are great tarot readers because I know them. Some of them had done like Instagrams, uh, lives back then in pandemic, and they are really good at what they do. Some of them are my friends, and every now and then I try to join a bit their live streams, but they usually suffer from burnout because people just, even though they donate, maybe then they pay, they send a payment or they send gifts. It's chaotic, the comment section. The comment section passes by very fast. The comments pass very fast. People spam a lot, and anyone can join, and can sort of like. I noticed that what they do is that they screenshot or they screen record what you say, and then they create drama around what you say. So yeah, I don't know, guys. I think that it's a bit. TikTok is for for the multitasker. It's for the people that, I mean, I enjoy joining live streams of certain people that I like their content, but I noticed that they must have like a very strong community or just a very trustworthy moderators. To have people that moderate is very important on TikTok because people just go crazy in the comment section. So yeah. If they see cars, they will immediately give their birthday and full name and ask what their exes think about them. I used to join those. Yeah, I have a lot of, like, I also follow those. And just people go crazy. I have a friend, a colleague, a tarot reader colleague, that she's actually very famous, but every time she she goes live, it's like she hates when people leave, like the name. She she just wants you to leave the question and your name or the name that the person that you're asking about. She doesn't want dates. She doesn't want your birth date. She doesn't care. She's against having to use that information. She's like, I don't need it. I don't use it. For me, that's old school. I don't read like that. I don't care what sign you are, what day you were born. I don't care. Just put the question, the names, and that's it. And she gets so triggered when people just put, like the whole full name, signs. Sometimes they ask the zodiac signs, and sometimes they put the whole birth. And she gets so annoyed by that. She's like, I'm not going to read you because you posted your whole birth date. I don't care your birth date. I don't need it. I can read it without it. Um, Hey Dania, TikTok sounds super tiring and complicated. It's just that it's a very fast-paced, I guess, interaction. Like for me, I guess I will have to have like another phone or device because if I have to read, like actually to read you guys' comments over here, it's so small that I cannot read it. Like actually, I can read it on my um, I was going to say notebook, but it's not a notebook. My tablet, um, and and TikTok on tablets it works very slow. Like it works, it has delays. I don't know what is it. At least this device that I have is not TikTok friendly, so I don't think I will be able to use it. So I will have to stare at the phone. Um, I don't know. It sounds complicating, but I don't know. Maybe I can, see initially how the rhythm of the conversation goes, and see if I can get an order. Which on TikTok to get an order it's impossible, but maybe if people um, want me to read or pull certain cards, I wouldn't do a full reading. I would just pull cards. I would just pull cards, like free taps, and that's it. Because I can see the questions being. I would also have to select the questions because you know. Um, and I don't know if there's people from Latin America. I don't know. Maybe I could try to have readings in Spanish for the K-pop community. Use TikTok for Spanish interpretation, because there's a lot of people that they get my videos and they're like, I need translation because I don't understand English. So I don't know, maybe I could use it to talk to the K-pop community in Spanish, um, and use YouTube to just do the readings in English. I could do that. Is it good to start in a Scorpio season? I personally am not in the mood talk to talk as much as I usually in this season. If you do keep on readings on TikTok, I'm telling you, it's gonna get the Lulu and you're gonna be the reader. People say, I saw a tarot reader saying Tekuk is real just because you said JK like someone. Yeah, no, I'm going to be taken as a witness. If people don't get their questions answered as a ASAP, they're gonna spam you till you answer. I see them. Yeah, yeah, I think so too. That's why I think that initially I could just start saying hello, just stopping by, just to see who gets connected. And if there are a lot of people in Spanish, I will talk in Spanish. And if there are some English speakers, I will move to English. I don't know, but just yeah, I think I might have to get like a glass of beer, something like this, because it's going to be exhausting. I can see it. I can see it. But you know, I'm a Venus in the first house. They cannot beat me. Like I have Venus and Mars in the first house. So communication is my love language. So about talking, I wouldn't get tired of talking. We can talk. We can talk. But yeah, about the questions and pulling cards, I would have to be very, very concise and very like put rules right away, because people. Um, but I'm thankful to TikTok because I seen people that they started following me here because they seen my TikTok videos. So I'm sort of thankful that I started doing like taking small clips of this and taking it to TikTok to sort of see if more people would like resonate with the way I read. Um, Put a huge sign behind you, know the Lulu allowed or something. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's just that I think that if I put that, no one would join. I mean, I think that this what people don't understand um, about what we do or what we have here. We can be the Lulu together. We in the community, we are the Lulu ourselves. Like we have fun. We like have sense of humor. We often joke among each other, you know, among ourselves. We joke about our biases and everything. But once I start pulling the cards, I become neutral. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to use my tarot to just start crazy theories that then people use to be like, oh, she said, or this, because they don't, they take the information, but they never give you credit for it. It's like, oh, I heard the tarot reader said, you know, it's like a typical, the tarot reader said. And if I don't see it, I'm not going to say it because you are messing with you know, you cannot say things that are not, you cannot see connections where there's no connections. You know, you cannot also just keep asking for things that they are not advancing, and that should be um, reason enough for stop asking, you know, like I think that sometimes people objectify so much their biases or their favorites that they don't reason that It's possible for that person to have personal issues, to have, other problems or other aspects in their life that they're paying more attention than just your your ship, or whoever you think that they are dating or seeing or in love with. There's much more in life than just romantic connections, and it's not people are more complex. People worry about a lot of things. They worry about their stability, their financial stability. They worry about if they're going to get a job or a project that is going to be successful, if they're going to be healthy, if they're going to recover their health, if they're going to recover their mental health. I don't know. I just think that sometimes some fans are so objectifying. They're like, oh, I want to know if so and so are dating. As if it was the only thing that they do. Oh yes, yes, your favorite is only thinking. Is only thinking about that person because they are meant to be. Yeah, they don't eat. They don't do anything valuable in their lives except be part of your ship. Okay. Hey, Van Sprong. Yeah, lots of beer, lots of vitamin B to calm down and not want to tear this. um, did you see Sana and Nayon kiss? Oh yeah, I did see it. Oh my God, that was a moment. Nayon went live to answer questions, and one of them was lip balm on Sana's lips, and she said Sana's lips with this face. Yeah, I did see it. It was so funny. It was so funny. It was like everywhere. Like I got a lot of videos about it. Okay, guys, I'm going to start. Did you guys notice that my background has changed? Did you notice? I decorated it myself. Mm. It's just that this is also like people think that because a person is famous that they are supposed to have more lack or excitement in love and relationship than ourselves. Like we are struggling, the famous people are struggling too in connections. I wish it could be different, but they're just people like us. Okay, guys, I'm going to start with the readings with for the Scorpio idols. This is going to be part 1, and I'm going to start with twice Momo. See for Momo. Wow, very. It seems like a Scorpio season is going to be heavy. Yeah, like a lot of internal work for Momo. For her, we start with the strengths. We have the Seven of Cups, Ten of Swords in the middle, Four of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. And from the other deck, we have the Moon card, and it says Shadow Work. So definitely, yeah, I think that, yeah, Momo's energy feels very inwards, feels very like all the cards in here don't talk to me about her future projects or what she's going to do with the group or, appearances, like public appearances, like money. No, I think that they all show me her personal journey this year. Probably this year has been, I mean, could it be that she deals with insomnia, with anxiety, with there's something in her mind. We start with the Strength card and the Seven of Cups. So definitely she's slowly like letting go a bit of um, past. I don't want to say like traumas, but it's like something that is in her mind that it has to do with imagination. Um, I think that could it be that she feels like she's being followed? Is that she's being followed by someone, or that she has like these weird dreams, or it seems like hallucinations where she thinks that there's there's people after her. I don't know if she has like a stalker or if she feels like there's like a personal, like someone that is her enemy or something like this. Um, but with the strength card, there's something about her being like, okay, stop it. Like it's only in your mind, it's in your imagination. You are imagining things. So stop it. Let's concentrate on the future or let's concentrate on the present and what comes out in the present. But yeah, in the middle we have the Ten of Swords. So definitely these are like moments where maybe she had like past trauma or a past conflict in her life, in her personal life, that somehow I think that she's still healing, but she can have like moments where she still feels persecuted. There's something about her. I don't know if she feels guilty or I don't know if she feels like she failed someone. But with the Ten of Swords, it's like, everything that they say of her, I don't know who, but I don't know if it's people criticizing her or if there's people from her past, past friends, past relationships that she felt like somehow betrayed her. Um, it's like she's slowly like recovering from this. I think that she's very close to sort of put an end to this, but probably the beginning of the year or maybe now at this moment, it feels like a long journey of trying to wake up and being like, this is not mine. This, I don't know why. Was she guilt tripped? Like, there's something about someone putting a lot of blame on her, like, oh, it was your fault, it was you. I don't know if it's like people that constant messages her and threatens her, but she feels guilty. She feels like persecuted, and there's moments where she feels like she's being followed. There's moments where she feels like someone's presence, and she's like, did I dream this? Is this real? Am I going crazy? But yeah, with the Ten of Swords, I think that she's like in the final stages. She's like in the final stages, probably like in her own humor or her own mood. She's not that happy, I would say. There's something about her just feeling like meh, like like sort of waiting for this bad period to be over. She knows, probably in the Scorpio season, a lot of energies are going to shift, are going to move. So she's going to be able to let this go and let this finally in the past. I can see that this is like the final stages of her suffering, I would say. It's not suffering like oh someone hurt me, but I think that she carries with a lot of guilt. You know, this is something that I don't know. It's like if you point fingers at her, she slowly she not slowly she automatically attributes like oh they are saying this of me. Maybe it's true. You know, so yeah, she probably needs much more confidence in herself. This is also like the cups, you know. It gives me that this is like her inside her mind. Like this is not something that she shares with others. I don't see other people. I don't see someone like being like, okay, yeah, you told me this was happening. I'm trying to help you out. I think that she hides these things from others. Um, but we have the Four of Cups and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So there's something about her slowly getting out of the apathy. Slowly getting out of the apathy. Like energies are going to move probably in this Scorpio season, and she's going to be able to move on because probably if she's been accused of something, or if there's people like somehow trying to remind her of something from the past. You know, there's something about her being like, I'm not taking this anymore. Like, I'm not accepting this guilt, like, these accusations. It's like, I'm not taking it. But at the same time, I think that whoever is doing this, their whole their whole intention is to make Momo feel apathic emotionally, in the sense that they don't want Momo to advance emotionally. So this is why they keep bringing back things from the past, or maybe this is people that didn't let go of Momo. They don't forgive her for something. It could be group of people as well, also like them, you know, reuniting and being like, okay, let's send this amount of emails to her or these calls, or it's all very much in the air, and there's something about her feeling like she has been like followed somehow. So I guess like it's a group of people. Um, and I see her energy just very just not her energy is also very strange because I feel like she gets distracted easily. I don't know why. Like, does Momo lack earth in her birth chart? Because I think that she is very much in the clouds. I don't know why. Like, she's a mix of water and air. So I think that sometimes she just gets carried away by other people's energy, and she doesn't even realizes that she does this. Um, but I think that the Wheel of Fortune is like, you know, let's move on, let's keep advancing. This you cannot continue like this. You cannot continue like this. Like, I think that she definitely needs to move on, to advance, and not let these people have this kind of power over her, no matter how or what they say to her. Um, but yeah, with the moon card, you know, shadow work. This is also probably with the moon card. This is like whatever she's feeling, if she's feeling guilty or if she's feeling like, oh, okay, I guess these people are right, or oh, I feel sorry too. I think that this also have to do with her not being able yet to put some boundaries. She doesn't know how. This is why when I don't see Earth here, I don't see like how do you say, like, I don't know how to say the word, like the one that pulls you to the ground. Ankh, is it ankh ankle. No, ankle is a part of the body. Um, but you know the thing that sort of drags you to from the water, it drags you to the the deep side in the ocean. Anchored, that one, anchored. Yeah, with the moon card shadow work, probably she's feeling much more sensitive than usual. So, since this is part of her shadow work, she also has to do a lot of examination to herself, to sort of like put an end to this, because I believe that she has the potential to, to start feeling a lot of love in her heart, and start feeling much more happiness, maybe start a new relationship. So this is like a waste of time, this is like a waste of time. And I think this has been happening for a while to her. It's just that she doesn't know that this is happening to her, because I think that she's like blinded. She's not seeing things clearly. And she just goes with the flow. Oh, okay, whatever you think of me, it's okay. But no, no, it's not okay for other people to dictate who are you, or who you were. We all do what we can, even in the past. We're all doing what we can. We are not perfect. We can make mistakes, or we can change and evolve. And I don't think that it's fair that she keeps like sort of letting this energy get to her. I think that probably, also with the moon card and with the shadow work, I think that it would be very interesting for me to see if this of her receiving this from others, if her staying in this apathic behavior, if this is not like a way of her punishing herself. It's a way of her just staying there, staying in the pain, or staying in the past, not letting go. There's something about that. It seems like a passivity. It's like, okay, I'm staying here because it's what I know. It's what I know. With shadow work, I think that whatever these accusations are, or guilt tripping, there's a part of her that she's like, they are right. So this is why she has to go back to herself, and also, um, evaluate. Like, okay, do you think they're right? Do you think they're wrong? Okay, what is it about you? Like, what is it for you today? Because it seems like a lot of time has passed, and she's still stuck in here. So it's like, why are you continuing like this, receiving this? Why are you receiving this? It's been a while. There's a part of her that is sort of like Fluffy says, is she's anchored. She's anchored to that state that it's been a long time. Why are you in there? Mm. Hey, Chachalino. Hey, Diana. Yeah, it's not easy for Momo, but she's going to get there. It's just that maybe the remain of this year, like the months that we still have left, that is 2 months, maybe it's about her just, continuing with her shadow work, to be like, okay, this is happening to me. What do I do with this information? Why am I so confused or so lost? Why am I still here? you know She has to confront herself. She hasn't confront herself. She doesn't confront herself. She doesn't confront herself. And the cards are like, you have to know yourself better. You have to, like, knowing yourself, like, it's your power. You know, when you know yourself, you don't let other people, like, you know, put attributes on your person or your persona that you don't, that you are like, I'm not that person, sorry, you're mistaken. But I think that for her it's so, it's like the question is, who am I? You know, who am I? Okay. I'm going to follow, I'm going to, not follow, I'm going to continue with my bias with Yuta, NCT Yuta. That I believe that in my time, today is the 26th. So yeah, it will be his birthday today. It is still his birthday. So yeah, today is my bias birthday. Let's pull some cards for him. He got 6 cards. I often choose follow, choose full. Sorry, guys. I have to stop a bit because I don't know what is it about Utah energy, but I don't know if you noticed that I have stumbled about my words and I'm trying to say a word and I'm saying it wrong. I'm getting all my words confused. So I wonder if this is like his energy that I'm getting all my words confused. Like I want to say something and I say something else. Like, what is going on? What is going on with his communication skills? Like, of course, it's not. Um, I mean, he's not very good at communication, but there's something about, I don't know if he has to. Yeah, probably he has to do different languages, so he gets all. But yeah, yeah. For Utah, we start with the Judgment. We start with the Three of Cups. We start with the High Priestess. See? I don't know if you notice, guys, if you're listening to me, I'm saying, like, we start. I said we start, like when I want to say we follow or we continue. I said we start twice, and this is like the card in the middle. 7 of Swords, Four of Wands. I'm trying to watch my words because I feel like they come out and I cannot control them. 8 of Swords. Oh my. I don't know, my English is broken, but I feel like it's not, it's not my, it's not the way I'm pronouncing. It's the words. It's not the correct word. And from this we have a Queen of Pentacles, practicality. Yeah, probably. Probably could be that he's drunk. Could it be, right? It could be. Yes, like it's not that I'm stumbling through my words. I'm like, I cannot get them out. Sorry, guys. Just bear with me. Have patience, please, because yeah, I do feel like so. You bear with me, guys. You try to catch up with my what I'm trying to say. Okay, for Yuta, it's very interesting. First, that I pull an extra card, the Eight of Swords. That I only pulled five for them, but this came out, so I took it. And in the middle, I have the High Priestess. So I think that there's a lot of things about Utah's maybe success or just Utah's celebration. I see a lot of celebration, so definitely I wouldn't be surprised if he actually was drinking because I have the Three of Cups, and then from the other side I have the Four of Wands. So there's a lot of like it seems like there's a lot of like reunions, celebrations, parties. Besides being his birthday, it's like the whole season. It's there's a lot of party. There's a lot of reunions. I see caps, so I'm like, yeah, could it be that he's like enjoying alcohol? And I also have the Judgment, so I'm like, I'm a bit worried about my bias, honestly. Why do I feel like he's this close to get into a scandal? To get into a scandal. Why do I feel like all these cards? I'm like him trying to evade something. Him trying to evade something. Of course, that in the middle we have the High Priestess. So definitely, whatever is going on in his life at the moment, his ability to be happy, maybe to celebrate. These are very exciting moments for him. And I sort of see like a lot of celebration, like probably meeting different people. So there's movement, but there's also a part of him that he's remaining like sort of a mystery. Um, but at the same time, I think that there's something that he's running away from. I don't know. Maybe it's his own fear of him not getting caught into a scandal. But I think that there's something with baby celebration. If he wants to celebrate, he has to hide or he has to lie about it. So even though there's nothing wrong in here about him meeting people and celebrating like a normal guy of his age, there could be judgment if this comes out to light. This is why we have the High Priestess in the middle, that he's like, whatever happens, you are not going to get a statement out of me. The High Priestess in the middle, I think that he's like, you're not going to get an apology out of me. Like you usually get other people to have apologies. I'm not going to give an apology. There's something about him remaining true to himself, and also him being like, yeah, this is part of me. I don't know if it's drinking, if it's like people, seeing him or being witness or something of him having fun and just being himself, and him being like, I'm not going to be apologetic. Actually, I'm not going to say anything. So don't you think that I'm going to go out there and just talk about, like, reflect about whatever I do in my free time. So, yeah. Yeah, because with the Judgment and the Three of Cups, I think that maybe it's not just drinking, or maybe it's just people criticizing if they get some information about Utah's friends or acquaintances, by association, be guilty by association, like, oh, you're friends with this, or you were seen having drinks with this person, it's like, okay, I cannot even have friends now. Um, But this could also be, I don't want to bring this awful individual from the past, but maybe it has to do that maybe there's some people that sort of took the wrong way, that maybe remember that Yuta was the last one that stopped following this individual on Instagram. and people were very upset. They were commenting on every post of Yuta, like stop following him, following him on Instagram, stop following him on Instagram. I think that people got a bit suspicious of this. Like, why did it took you so long? Why did it take you so long to stop following him? So I wonder if people are like, but at the same time, he's not apologetic. So probably, there's something about him being like, you want me to feel sorry for or feel apologetic for, I don't know, having been friends with this person or associated. They are my friends. I don't abandon my friends. Or I don't just, there's something about him is sort of staying very um, firm about his decisions. There's some, and also very quiet, very quiet. It's like you will never get me to say that I don't like this person because these are my private opinions. Like I have my private opinions. So I think that he probably was a bit bothered about people just trying to dominate him. Just trying to get him, and also with the high priestess, it's like I'm a mystery. Is it was it walk? No, it wasn't walk. It was um, the other one, fact check. That there's a part that he sings also, Johnny sings, that is like, I'm an enigma. Well, he is an enigma and he will always remain an enigma. It's like, I'm not going to apologize nor nothing about, the people that I hang out with. It's my friends, like why? And also the Seven of Swords is like, I'm not your puppet. I will never be. I will never be. But yeah, with the Four of Wands and also the Eight of Swords, it could be that maybe he's doing very well when it comes to his individual work, and he's like he feels very accomplished, and he's celebrating with his people. But at the same time, probably this was great, his solo work, but at the same time he has to go back to be a K-pop idol. So there's something about him sort of having like an internal struggle with this. Him having like like some um, him feeling like a prisoner. Honestly, like he sort of is able to taste and experience what it feels like to be this rock star that he wants to be so much. This is where he feels at home. He feels so happy, he feels so celebrated when he is in this rock star mode. But then he has to go back to Korea maybe and just keep being an idol. So there's something about him just feeling a bit frustrated about it, and probably this is a great opportunity, but maybe the company will not let him continue in this bliss or in this very exciting and happy moment of like, let me smell the roses, like let me enjoy like the crowd, the love of the people, like let me stay a bit in here, let me enjoy more this is my moment. And he been like tied to certain other like activities with the group that he has to go back. So I think that this is why there's a part of him that he probably wants to be. He's not being rebellious, but I think that he's been evasive to the idol scene, even though he's so thankful. Like the cards are like, I know what I am. I know where I came from. I know I became an idol. I came to Korea. I did all this. But at the same time, he's like, my happiness, like I vibe the best when I'm doing this as a rock star, and there's something about him being tied to a contract that you cannot. It's like, yeah, have fun, but go back, like come back, as soon as this ends. So he feels a bit angry, I would say, a bit angry. So if he drinks a bit much, it's because he's trying to um, avoid saying the words, and also he cannot, honestly, he cannot like separate still from his duties as an idol. And this is why we have the Queen of Pentacles, that the keyword is practicality. So see, at the end, it's all about going back to work and giving the audience what they're asking for. So even though he is really his passion and he feels like he can be himself, the reality is that he has to go back to SM and he has to do what SM tells him to do. Mm, yeah. It's so weird that people jump to that, like celebs don't have other things to think about. You dislike someone, and the first thing you do is unfollow on social media. Yeah, I think that probably he feels like people just, you know, there's something about people projecting on Yuta a lot. Since he is this high priestess that is in the middle, that is his typical Scorpio behavior. Just being quiet and MIA. So people start to get all suspicious. Like, why? Why are you still following that person? Why? You have to stop now. You have to stop now. And he probably wasn't even like let like think who manages his account. Like he's like, I don't go into that. Like I forgot. I have a Scorpio friends that they are like that with social media. They are like that with Instagram in particular. That you probably are like, oh, you forgot to post this, or you didn't post about this, and they're like, oh, yeah, I forgot. Oh, yeah, I know, I forgot my phone. I will do it later. And then they probably post, if they post, they post things like out of time. Like it's not like the correct, um, they don't care. Usually, Scorpio is so detached from technology and social media. They are not obsessively thinking like, oh, I have to post now. And I can sort of see like a Scorpio idols being like, I'm being forced to post or follow certain people because honestly, I'm not in my phone for that. I'm not in there for that. I don't care. Mm-hmm. Exactly, Daniel. That you say. Me posting about my trip to Germany a year later, something like that. Yeah. But people assume things, people assume things. They want to assume things about him, and I think that this is why maybe he heard something about it and he was a bit annoyed, because I can sort of see him being annoyed, but not specifically like pointing his energy to something that happened. No, it's more like a general feeling of like I'm annoyed of people just wanting me to be like a puppet that I move when you want me to move. Like I'm a bit annoyed at that. I don't like it. So it's better to pretend like I'm ignoring you. This is the best Scorpio tactic. Like I'm ignoring you. Like you ask me what? Oh, I didn't see that. Something like that. um, I'm so sick of fans entitlement. This year has been the most exhausting year since I became a fan. Yeah, me too. Me too, Charlorino. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. We're going to be living one by one because it's so exhausting mentally and emotionally. It's so tough. Like I'm slowly recovering, but I was a few weeks ago. I was so annoyed after the Sungham situation. I was so annoyed. I was like, I'm done. Yeah, this year was difficult. Yeah. Oh yes, definitely, Akira. Definitely. So I think that, guys, one day I'm going to close this channel. No K-pop readings anymore, and I'm going to start pulling cards for you guys. We are going to talk and discuss about your own personal readings, guys, because honestly, about K-pop, it's so toxic. It's so toxic. Like, I was so happy when Seunghan was like, um, announced to come back. I was like reposting the reading that I did for him at the beginning of the other year. I was so happy. I was sharing it with the fans, and then boom, the other news. So yeah. Yes, even outside of K-pop, in the entertainment industry, this month was super heavy. My family is full of drama, so there will be tea. Yeah, families are going crazy too. This time of year, I have heard also some tea about certain my family members as well, that I'm like, oh my God, people. And they don't learn, they don't reflect. They are always like repeating the same circle with their children, with their grandchildren, and they're like, I wonder why this happens. And I'm like, yeah, because you're repeating patterns. You're not introducing change. You're not allowing the change and the transformation to happen. You're just repeating the same, expecting a different result. It's like you listen to them, and all of them are the victims, of course. From their perspective, it's like, oh, I feel so bad about this. And yeah, zero responsibility. I'm the reason of the tea. If you ever read for me, you need a cleanse. Um, I'm ready, Dania. I have already here. I'm ready. Um, I literally told my brother to an hour ago. I cannot listen to it anymore. Yeah, we are so explosive. Yes. Its whole energy Western entertainment scandal will keep going for at least 6 months. Everyone will spill on everyone, and they fall one after another, and we will be happy with K-pop star scandals. Yeah, I'm also sensing that, Marushka, because you know that I follow Aphrodite, the tarot reader, the YouTuber, and he does all these celebrity readings, mostly like American, or celebrities, and these huge, celebrities, and there's always a new tea. Like, I remember Aphrodite readings, they used to be like one or two a week, and now it seems like he's posting almost every day because there's always something new that is coming up. And well, we as tarot readers, we have to take it. We have to take, the opportunity. I also had been reading for some actors or people that I had seen that, some people are interested in knowing, because I'm like, I also want to pull cards to see, since I don't know much about other celebrities or actors, but maybe me not knowing is better. So if you guys have recommendations for American actors or actresses, or just famous people or famous scandals, like, I can do the reading, and it will help my channel, not just K-pop, and I can expand. But yeah, we do what we can with the energies. I'm almost out of K-pop. Cat's Eye caught my attention, especially since I've been following Daniela since she was 10 and is salsa dancer. Oh, but I don't have the energy. I found new music outside of K-pop. Yeah, yeah, it's exhausting. Yeah, yeah. Idols scandals already feel silly. Dating as a consenting adult. Uh, yeah, let's stick with K-pop. Seems more simple. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue with the chatterbox of Monsta X. That my bias is back. My bias in Monsta X is back. The Scorpio in the group. I'm going to read for Monsta X Mingyu to celebrate his season and also that he's back from the military. Wow, Mingyu. I wouldn't expect less of Mingyu. Him spilling the tea on his personal things. It's like, is he getting married? I'm sure that this would break the Monbebe's heart, but he has so much love to give you all. If this is love for the fans, get ready, guys. Get ready because he's going to love bomb you, all of you, all of you. I can see it here. I can see it here so strongly, so strongly. The Ten of Cups. He's like feeling the love. He's like he has so much love to give, guys. Like if you're fans, like just get ready. Get ready. Like he's going to be pouring emotions left and right because he's feeling so much. Like he has love for everyone that accepts him. Oh, okay, we start for Mingyu. We start with the Empress. We start with the Queen of Wands. We have the Five of Swords in the middle, the Knight of Cups, and the Two of Cups. So see, I'm like, are you getting married, Mingyu? Is he getting married? Like, why is he so passionately and fervently going towards a connection? And he wants to connect so bad, guys. So if you are a Monbebe or if you are another person that is a bit like, confused about his energy, and you're like, is he flirting with me? Minhyuk is flirting with you. Like he wants to be your bias. He wants to steal your heart. He's so like on the loose. What happened in the military? They definitely like I don't know. And then Ten of Cups fulfillment. He's so ready. He's so ready. He's so ready. I see here first of all, and I'm like, because I have this in the middle. So I wonder if he broke up with someone, or if he ended a relationship, or if he had a fallout with a woman from his past, or with someone that was part of his life that was sort of like, it could be a lover, a past lover, or it could be like a business partner, because she comes with the Empress. So and she's also very strong. So it gives me boss vibe. It's like a very professional and successful person, very active as well. And him just being angry at this person, being very angry and sort of like ending things, but probably being a bit resentful that they ended things, very dramatic. And this person is also very dramatic, also very prideful. So, I think that whatever this connection was, he was like, I'm done with you. I'm done with your drama. So go. Yeah, because I think that this person wanted to dominate him or just wanted to make him feel guilty about something. He's like, nah, no, 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 no. But yeah, I think that is because he has this strong, he had this separation or this breakup with this person that he's finally like letting loose. He's like I'm letting go. I already said the final words. Like I already told you everything that I had in my chest, stuck in my chest, and I let it out, and I'm finally free of you. I'm finally free of you. Now I can focus and love again. So I don't know if maybe there's a new potential love coming in the life of Mihyuk, or actually this is the fans. Maybe this is him going back to activities as an idol. Maybe him also artistically, him releasing his own music, or maybe a solo single, maybe solo work. But you will definitely see Mihyuk everywhere, everywhere spilling the love. With the cup of love, he's like, wherever you have me, like, whatever you want to invite me, I will come over. Like, invite me. I will be there. I will be there in front row. Like, he definitely wants to connect. There's something about him just wanting to go back to connections. And he's just so loving. He's just full of love. He's so spontaneous in love. When he really likes someone, he likes that person wholly. Like there's something about him just being very authentic, very spontaneous. And yeah, when he likes someone, he really likes that person. So I see him, if this is him love bombing his fans, yeah, I can see it. I can see it. You will have a lot coming from him because he's happy. The Ten of Cups is emotional fulfillment. So he's so happy that he's out. Maybe there's something about him just feeling. Um, I think that he had certain, like, not just being in the military, but I think that probably he had certain fallouts or separation of people that, maybe he thought that this person was going to be in his life, or he had a proper relationship with this person before he enlisted, and the whole him while being there, he had some differences, or he had some, arguments. And there's something about him being like, I'm done arguing. I don't want to put my energy on you because you are toxic. And I know I want love, real love. So I'm going back to my fans, something like this. I wonder. I wonder if this because I remember once I read for Minhyuk, and there was a queen. There was a queen that came up in his reading. I need to see because I named the queen. I was like, who is this queen? I don't remember the wands. I don't remember if it was a Queen of Pentacles, or if it was a Queen of Swords, or if it was this queen. But we were like pulling cards and sort of jokingly, uh, because the queen would show up. And I have to check the reading from the past to see if this was like the Queen of Wands. Like, my God, um, mm, like she was a tough one. Yeah, she really traumatized him. But he's so happy now. Yeah, he's so happy now. He's liberated. He's liberated. So liberated. Yeah, when a Scorpio is done, they are done with you. When they say that they're done with you. Okay, I'm going to continue with Espa Giselle. Reading for the Scorpio idols today is so heavy. It's so heavy. I don't know why it feels so heavy. Like this life is not easy for them, definitely. Yeah. Okay. For Giselle, we start with the Ten of Wands. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Queen of Pentacles in the middle. We have the Strength card. And we have the Five of Pentacles. And from the other deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles, hard work. So yeah, basically the cards are like no relationship for you. No relationship for you. Focus on work. Focus on work. Focus on stability. Don't focus on connections. Don't focus on connections. Connections are not good for her in this moment. Are not good for her. And she also wonders. She wonders like why. For her it's like, why am I so unlucky in love? Why do I lay eyes on people that are not good for me? But same Giselle, we all been there. It's not just you. It's not just Giselle. We all have been there. But yeah, because we have the Queen of Pentacles in the middle, so definitely the cards are like sort of showing that for her emotionally she's not satisfied. She's not. She feels like she tried to make certain connections work, but they felt like chores or like responsibilities, like her always trying to put the other cheek or just trying to understand the other person and understand this person's time. Like I think that she feels like she feels like drained emotionally. It's like, why is this so hard? Like, why relationships don't work for me? Why I am not successful in this area of my life. Maybe in other areas I'm a queen. I'm a queen of pentacles. I'm very consistent. I'm very hardworking, and I'm very successful at what I do. And I sort of see that she's also like very abundant, and maybe that there's people that are like, but how come? Because Giselle is so beautiful or Giselle is so magnetic. But for her, it's not easy. For her, it's not easy. Like, usually, connections for her are a waste of energy. It's like probably she puts her eyes on someone and it's like, okay, I'm going to give this person a chance. But then she realizes that this person is a waste of time and energy, and that this person is probably very lazy and very complicated, unnecessarily complicated, maybe like bringing drama into her life, ask like sort of making her question her own worth. Like, why are you treating me like this? Like, do I deserve to be treated like this, to be put like the last option? Like, why don't you invest time in me? Like, why don't you put me as a priority or one of your priorities, like I do you? There's something about loyalty. It's like, why do I make time to see you, but you don't have time to see me? It feels like she's the one that keeps pushing for things to work, when at the end she's left with only regrets, with nothing. It's like a waste of energy. The Queen of Pentacles in the middle definitely shows that Giselle probably is doing very well in her career, in her profession. She's maturing a lot. She's not the same Giselle of a few years ago. She's much more into her womanhood. She's feeling much more stable. She's probably getting also a lot of praises, because she feels like, I don't know why, I feel like Venusian, but in the sense of grounded energy, like very earth, earth energy, like the Taurus, like she's polarizing to the Taurus energy. Very magnetic, very Venusian, just very stable, very rich, I would say. I don't know if maybe it's her style that people are like, oh, she looks expensive or she looks luxurious. But yeah, in her career, she's doing great. She's been celebrated. She's probably getting a lot of respect and recognition that she didn't have in the past. So in this area, the area of her work or her image and her profession, she's finally stable. But then we have, the strength card, and we have the Five of Pentacles. So I think that she has to keep holding on, just like we all are here. Why I feel like Giselle is us, honestly, because with the strength card and the Five of Pentacles, it's like the year is not over yet, and probably she's still going to feel like she's not 100% satisfied, or there's going to something is going to happen. I don't know if to the group or what, that she's going to feel like, oh, we didn't get the recognition, or they didn't uh, acknowledge us like we wanted it to, or I don't want to say like the comeback is not successful, but I think that there's a feeling of like, when it comes to numbers, maybe numbers, or maybe awards, since we are close to the award season, maybe they expect something, or the company expects something, a number from ESPA, and they don't. I don't know why. I feel like they will not be included in something that is very important, like a celebration or a reunion or something. That's just like, but why? If we did very well this year, why? Why not? But I see it that she's like, okay, great. Like, if I actually was starting to feel a bit confident about my luck, like, now I have to wait and see this result that is a bit lame to in comparison to how hard they had been working. Like with the Five of Pentacles, it's like you are giving them pennies, and actually the girls have been doing a lot and have been doing great. But yeah, I think that this could be the group, but nevertheless, in the middle we have the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is like her energy feels stable and probably very successful individually. So yeah, maybe for the group it could be like maybe them not getting the recognition or not getting an important award or something like this, and then feeling a bit because of that. But yeah, like I said, the Eight of Pentacles, hard work. So probably, yeah, it's about continuing working. The cards are like advising Giselle to keep working on herself, on improving, on perfectioning herself. It's like these are not times to get emotional, these are not times to get sensitive or to get all lovey-dovey with someone, or to feel like, oh, I'm feeling the love, I'm feeling the butterflies for someone. Is like, no, this year, the remaining 2 months is all hard work. So get ready, Giselle, because probably the girls, the ESPA girls, are going to be working long hours until the end of the year. So yeah, keep working, Giselle. Focus on work. Don't focus on men. Keep working. But didn't I tell you guys last year that this year was going to be the girl groups years? Didn't I say that this year was going to be the girl groups women year in the industry, in the K-pop industry? Did I say that? I did say that last year. So maybe this in on November I should do another prediction for the K-pop scene for 2025. So yeah, probably I will do one soon, spontaneously, to see what comes out. Okay, I'm going to continue with 17D8. 17D8. Why is he so secretive? I got all the cards like covered. Oh. He's acting all mysterious, okay. Yeah. Oh, these Scorpio men. They're going to kill me, this Scorpio man. It's so tough to read for a Scorpio man. He sort of it is very his energy feels so much like Yuta's, like so, like don't touch me. His energy is like don't touch me. Okay, for the 8, the Strength card, the Lovers, 10 of Swords in the middle, 8 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. And from the other deck, we have the card of 7 of Swords, scarcity mentality. He's so evasive. The 8 is so evasive. His energy feels like I cannot grab him. He's so evasive. He doesn't answer things. He's so interesting because he got a lover. So there's the duality in him. The Strength card and the Lovers is like, yeah, I'm hanging on in there. His energy is like, it's as if you ask him like, how are you doing, and he's like, yeah, I'm hanging on in there. Yeah, like not giving anything away. It's like, yeah, I'm just hanging on in there. I'm surviving. Yeah, but in the middle with the 10 of Swords, Momo also got this card, the 10 of Swords. So another one that is doing shadow work with the 10 of Swords. He's slowly also maybe reviewing past deceptions, or just like, he's also very complex. I think that he has some issues from the past. I don't think that it's a relationship, but it could be him and others. I think that there's something about the 8, just, it's not that he has issues with people, but I think that people sometimes have issues with him, and the way he sometimes leaves people hanging, like, they would expect like accountability from the 8. I don't know if he says or does certain things to people, and these people like hold grudges against him, and they're like, you should have talked to me about this, so we can resolve this, so we can fix this, so you can apologize to me. He's like, what? When did I do something to you? I don't remember. So he's like, he always acts surprised, like, you were upset with me about that? I didn't know that it affected you that much. It was a long time ago. I don't remember. And the others sort of like being like, yeah, because that day you said this and this and this, and him being like, I don't remember. I didn't think that it was big of a deal. So yeah, it's like it's so complex. He also, just like Momo, his energy feels so in the air, so in the air, so like like yeah, like but probably, these are moments, sensitive moments, of course, but it feels like it's the accumulation of a lot of situations that maybe are coming to an end, or maybe there's people that he's separating himself from, um, or he's sort of reviewing certain endings and certain, saying goodbye to people, and everything feels so dramatic. But I think that with the strength card and the lovers, I think that he initially, in the beginning of the year, maybe he sort of was not connected with how this was going to impact him. He was like, yeah, well, things happen, this is a business, we have to adapt, or I have to adapt. And maybe in this Scorpio season, like everything is sort of like the veil is lifting. So he's sort of like accepting that there's some things that are hurting him. There's some things that he maybe didn't take the moment to appreciate back then, and now he's like, oh, so I guess this is how things are now. Um, um, but yeah, and with the Eight of Wands and the Six of Pentacles, probably there's some news coming for him and some contracts. So I think that there's some individual activities for him coming, very fast, very fast. And he's also not satisfied. Maybe he's not satisfied with it's like, I want more money. He wants more money, or he wants a fair treatment, or just a fair exposure, like, I want a fair gig. He's also worried about money. So I think that he's trying to negotiate elsewhere about his future activities. Why do I feel like he wants to? I feel like he wants to travel. Like, he doesn't want to be in Korea. Is he in Korea? Does anyone know? I feel like there's a part of him that he's like, I want to go. I want to go. He's just so indecisive, he doesn't know how to say it. He doesn't know how to say it. He doesn't know how to say it. He's trying to be. This is why we have the Ten of Swords in here, because it's like, whatever I decide, you're going to hate me anyways. So, also we have the Seven of Swords here, that it says scarcity mentality. So I think that he knows something, or he's sort of managing certain information that he's not telling others, because he's trying to be strategic about his career. Honestly, he probably is looking for, more activities that can give him much more money, or just maybe he's thinking about his individual activities, and he's like, I want to do more, or I want to earn more. Let's see, I want to clarify this Six of Pentacles to see what this is about. This is about the group. Three of Pentacles. This is about the group. It's like, if you want me in the group, you have to pay me more. Did 17 like already like sign their contracts? I know people sometimes they do say these things to me, but did they renew their contract or everything that has to do with that? He's in Korea. They did. Mm, because he wants to go. He's not. They are not going to be able to to. He's not someone that you're going to have him like, okay, stay with us and work with us only. No, he's thinking about himself, and there's money being offered here. There's a contract. Mm. Yeah, there's a woman. There's a woman. Yeah, but with the Seven of Swords, I think that he is playing with options. He's not. Um, he's seeing his options. He's not that stable. He's not that stable. And also, he's a very prideful person. So he will get the best of the best for himself. Honestly, like he does think about the group. Yeah, he does. Um, but at the same time, it's like I also want to go and do me. Like let me go, let me go. But I think that these people are like, you cannot go now. 5 years contract. Yeah, he's thinking about the money. He feels tied up. He feels tied up. But I think that he was given the because we start with the strengths and the lovers. I think that he was given the option at the beginning of the year and he didn't take it. This is why we have the Ten of Swords in the middle. He feels defeated because he didn't make the decision back then when he had the chance. Now he has to stay with the group. He has to stay with what the contract says. It is what it is. They have control over him, and he doesn't like that. Mm. He had the opportunity at the beginning of the year, and he's beating himself because of that. He's like, why didn't I? But with the Seven of Swords, the scarcity mentality, he's also a strategist. He's also someone that can change at any minute. So even if he has like a contract, he could look for, an advice or someone that can sort of provide him with other options because he's someone that um, you cannot put him like, oh, you cannot do that because actually he's so smart that he can actually find someone that can get him out of certain things that he doesn't want to do. He's a free soul. He's a free soul, so you're not going to get him. Fluffy, did you see yesterday, I don't know if I shared it with you guys, the link of the full show of 80s with this Sahu reader, the Sahu reader that was in the panel of Possessed Love, that it was a great Sahu reader. He was reading for 80s members and it was so fitting, especially like there were some parts where he was sort of describing Hongjoong, the leader, And it's so similar to the readings that I have been doing for Hongjoong and maybe for other um, members and him. Remember that I got all these readings about him not being able, him so focused on work or maybe on because he is all the time creating something, he's pushing himself to perfection, that he's not that good at emotionally putting into words things, like he's not that emotional. Even though he's a Scorpio, he's not that emotional, and he's always like pressuring himself. So sometimes his connection with the other members do resent themselves. And if you watch that, it's going to be so telling. Like, I love it. I love it. It was great, Fluffy. You should. Yeah, I will share it, Marushka. I will share it. Yes, exactly. Yes, I was watching and I was impressed. I was like, but I love that man. I love that man tranquility. He's so collected. He seems so wise. And also he was so straightforward from the beginning. I love it because he was like, those things that he said to them at the beginning. I was like, wow, what a great way to break the ice. But definitely a very savage reader. I love that. I love that. Tarot Master. Okay, I'm going to continue with 80s Hongjoong. Oh, Hongjoong, what would it be of you if you didn't start creating something new? He's always looking at the future. He's such a creator. He's such a creator. Like, oh my God, what a great leader 80s has. And I know someone mentioned that if I would read for 80s, because 80s is a Scorpio group. And I will read for 80s, but I will do it later in the year, later in November, because I'm going to start with the 2025 readings for the groups. And of course, that 80s is in there. I'm going to put them in the list. But yeah, I'm going to begin those. But yeah, definitely here I can see it's so complex reading for Hongjoong. Like, I mean, all of these people today are so complex. Thank God Lino is not here. Maybe he will be in part two. But no one requested Lino, so I'm like, okay. Okay, for Hongjoong, we start with the Ten of Cups, the Magician, Page of Wands, the Fool, the Moon, and Three of Swords, Heartbreak. It's so tragic. It's so tragic. It's so tragic. Like it ends like tragic, like dramatic. I would say not tragic. Like because he's never satisfied. He's such a great creator. He's such a great and passionate leader, but he's never satisfied. And probably for him to sit down and enjoy his creation, he cannot do that. He doesn't know how. He doesn't know how. But starting with the Ten of Cups and the Magician, definitely I can see that um, he started his he started this year, or he started, feeling so much love and support from the community in general. I don't know if this year he had much more power, or he felt more powerful on his own and on his own image. There's something about him. Probably this year he had the time of his life, surrounded by a lot of people that were like praising him, not just being part of 80s, but also him as an individual. He felt like he did overcome a lot of fears of his or insecurities of him about putting himself alone in the spotlight. It's like, how do I do this? But of course, the magician, a very mercurial card, and also him being a moon in Gemini, it makes sense that he was able to master this and make a lot of people happy. But probably there's something about him feeling the love of a lot of people. And I don't know if this is like the fandom, that maybe the fans, I don't know, show up, they traveled a lot of hours to be there for him, or he was able to see them and feel the love and the support, and he didn't feel like he was alone, even though he was on his own and he felt a bit nervous about it. I think that he discovered that with his charm and his charisma, he was able to overcome a lot of things, and maybe also the people just going where he was, everyone just gathering and being like, okay, he's going there, like, let's travel that city or that place where he's presenting himself. And he was able for the first time, maybe, I don't know, this year in particular, to be able to show himself alone. And he was like, wow, this is new for me. This is new. I don't know how I did to handle this, but actually, like, I took all the charms, all the tools, all the, like, all the magic, all, the performance in me, like the magician in me, and I made it work. And I think I made people happy. And he never, not one second, he felt lonely, even though he maybe was on his own. So I think that this is great. He was very happy this year. Maybe this was like a fear of him, to do things, to go on his own, or to some places, or to do some projects individually, himself, with other people that is not 80s members. So he was like, okay, here I go, okay. Will people like this? Will people support this? And he got like a great feedback. And I think that he felt the love. For the first time, I think that he was even a bit overwhelmed by the love. Maybe he didn't expect to get this sort of support. He was like, wow, all these people for me. Like, he really got a taste of, him being the protagonist. And he was like, But again, in the middle, we have the Page of Wands. So this probably shows Hongjoong's energy. He's probably working on something new. I don't know if you guys know if this is going to have a comeback soon, or if they're going to have something new soon. But I see him working. He's already recording. He's already doing things for the future. So he's already working on this. His ideas are flowing. He also thinks that it's a great time to, he's feeling so passionate. He's feeling so excited like a child. He's like, I want to do this. So I wonder if this is not like more individual opportunities for him. But I think that it's a mix of things. I think that his creativity has no limits. But I think that when it comes to his individual activities, he sort of got the taste and the happiness of, being able to do something individually, and that it got very good feedback. That probably he's thinking about doing one of two more activities alone. But he also feels very pressured to give, the group a new beginning. I think that he wants to do something. He wants to keep giving 80s an original sound. So there's something about him also trying to connect with his originality and being like, okay, let's do this. But there's something about this project, just if this is like an 80s project, I think that maybe there could be some interruptions or him not being able to finish it, or maybe he wanted this before the year ends. His intention is to sort of release it, and I think that with the moon card is like not yet, not yet. There's some details that you need to see. This is maybe there could be something in his creative process that will not work, or it will be a bit suspicious, or maybe I don't know. I think that something will happen that will sort of confuse him. I don't know if it's like a creation or just could it be something stolen from him? Could it be something stolen from him? Because I have the moon here, and I'm like, could it be that he has this saved somewhere and this is somehow gone and someone steals it from him? Because I can sort of see him being ready to jump into action. We also have the page of wands in the middle, so he's actively working on this. He's working. But then, with the Fool and the Moon card, I'm like, what happens? It's not an interruption. I think that it's like a confusion that sort of stops. Maybe he wanted to begin the year with this release, and it's not going to happen because all of a sudden it disappears. So yeah, probably he will feel a bit frustrated about this. He's like, but why? I put a lot of effort in this, and this is why we have the Three of Swords, heartbreak. Yeah, could it be someone that he trusts, because I think that this is something very experimental. He also appears like the page. So definitely he probably is trying, I don't know if he's sort of working with new producers or with new people. It feels very new. It feels like, yeah, very original, but at the same time, I think that it could be, it could be like a lot of things in the dark, a lot of things in the dark, a lot of things. So I don't know, could it be a thief or someone not being that trustworthy, that somehow, things get confused. Mm, mm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We will have to see about this new, because it's something brand new. It's some. I mean, the thing about Hongjoong is that he's always working. So, if they're going to release, like someone said, like they're going to have a comeback, okay, but that's already done and like, separated. I'm thinking about something that is supposed to come out at the first part of 2025, probably January. Like they plan to release it on January, but all of a sudden something happens and this doesn't get released. It's so weird. It's so weird. But yeah, he's always working. He's always working. Always. Always. Like that man doesn't stop. That man doesn't sleep. He doesn't sleep. But at least he was happy this year. At least I think that he was like, I was able to master my own confidence. It's like I was able to do things that maybe in other times I was a bit like, oh, do you think that it would be okay? Like, it's not that he's not shy. He's not a guy that you would be like, oh, he's not confident. No, he's not shy. It's just that maybe, in unknown situations or places and all by himself, he gets a bit like nervous, and that's normal. But yeah, he's always working. Always, always. Okay, guys, I'm going to continue with Hype and Jake. hypen and hypen Jake. Mm. This is Scorpio people is so, oh my god. Okay. Okay, for Jake, we start with the Three of Wands. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Swords, King of Swords, Three of Cups. And we have the Page of Pentacles. For him, it says efficiency. Why do I feel like this guy is also not happy with the idol life? With the Eight of Swords in the middle, I think that he hasn't changed a bit. He just, there's moments where he feels so trapped, like so, like, like there's something about him just being, having a very sharp tongue, literally, or having very sharp opinions. And I don't know, maybe there's moments where he cannot say what he wants to say because, he would get, people would get upset at him. But I think that he's not, he's just hanging on in there. It's not, um, yeah, with starting with the Three of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. Honestly, I think he does this. I don't know. Does he do this because of his mother? Like, is there like an influence, or could this be like a CEO, like a female? You know that Aim Hypen often gets like female energy around them. But when I say female, I say female in power, like a female CEO, or like a female manager, or someone that is like a coach. And I think that this person is also someone that is in charge and is somehow like helping Jake to see the potential in the future. There's something about this person sort of wanting to motivate Jake and being like, okay, what do you want to do in the future for the group? What are your aspirations? Like what, like, like the typical question that they always ask you, like, where do you see yourself, like, 5 years from now? The typical HR question that they always ask you to see, like, if you are ambitious or not. And I think that um, for Jake, there's this woman that she also is like helping him visualize. Like, you had come a long way in Enhypen. You had grown a lot. You had advanced a lot with the group. Like, what do you want to do in the future? Like, what do you want to do with your career or with yourself? I think that this person um, is like sort of pushing him to sort of see his potential and also see a way to maybe give him a bit much more of, it's not about popularity, because I believe that he's very popular. This is why we have the Three of Wands. It's someone that has advanced. The Three of Wands is someone that already went through the initial phase, the phase that it's like in the middle, and now we have to keep advancing. Probably in Hypen is keeps advancing, and this woman is like somehow making sure that Jake is going along, that he's going along in this process of the group advancing. It's like, are you here with us? Like keep advancing with the group. Because I think that this person, it could be like a mother as well, someone that is sort of reminding him where he comes from, where he is at the moment and where he's going. Because I think that sometimes Jake is a bit lost, or maybe he's a bit like detached. Like he goes with the flow, but he's not that 100% connected with how important this project is or how important in hypen is. With the Eight of Swords, I think that he has his own internal struggles. Yeah, we're in a Scorpio season, he's in a Scorpio idol, so it could be that there's a part of him that he's like, they don't let me show the real self. If I would show who I am, if I would be honest 100%, like people wouldn't they wouldn't like me. I think that he feels a prisoner of his own fame. He probably feels very restricted. I don't know if he had like a sort of, I don't think he had a scandal or anything like this, but there's something about him not being able to feel like the excitement, like, yeah, like we are going to have a comeback next month, or we are going to travel here. He's like, yeah, he goes with the flow of what the others are feeling. Like he doesn't have a perception of his own. He's like going with the flow, and he's not that connected. And also, there's something about him, just also maybe a part of him that he's a bit fearful of showing something about himself. I think that sometimes being aloof or being a bit disconnected for him is like a sort of like defense mechanism. In this industry that is so cutthroat, or in this industry that is so critical, or is so cruel sometimes, that he's like, I prefer to just, do the minimum. Like, okay, like, what do you want me to say? Like, you want this interaction with me? Okay, I will say what you want me to say. I will do what you want me to do. Something like this, something very limited, because he's like, I don't want to show too much, because if I show too much, I will probably get cancelled, or people will start like criticizing me, or being like, oh, don't be like that, because that's not cool. Or no, I don't like the way you said this. I don't like the way you talk. I don't like that it seems like you think that, he's like, if you see me that I'm restricted, it's because you guys are restricting me. It's that he doesn't want drama. There's something about him just being like, It's like, if I'm aloof, it's because I'm preserving myself. It's like, it feels very, his environment feels very restricted. Also, I think that if this woman is like a CEO or someone in power, it's like someone that is like, oh, but you should be happy and excited that you got all this way to here, and you know that you're doing great. And he's not feeling it, actually. He probably is nodding and be like, yeah, this is great. But yeah, then we have the King of Swords and we have the Three of Pentacles. So yeah, maybe, with the group again, he can be, in this new, if they have like a new comeback, or if they have new activities, it could be that he could get more lines, or he could get like a much more protagonist role. There's something about him being like, okay, if it's about the group, I will do it. But for another thing, I don't know if there's people that maybe they want Jake to react more, or they want him to talk more, because with the King of Swords and the Eight of Swords, it gives me that he's a very silent guy. Is anyone a fan of Jake here? Because I see that he's very silent. He's very silent. He only talks like when he has to work, or when it's for the work of or the group. But then it's really hard to get like how he really feels inside. It's really hard to get an answer from him. He's like, for the group, I will do it. But he's so cold and detached. He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. No emotions in here. No emotions. Jake had a phone call with the female fan who kept thanking him for not being like the Asian guys and being different. So now thinking he feels he might get cancelled, it makes him think he's expected to. Yes, it's like, he's like, yeah, there's no way I will be myself. I will stay here. like, you know. Like, I will just follow the guidelines, like nothing more, nothing less. It's like, just leave me here. I'm comfortable, but I'm staying here. I'm saving myself. And also with the King of Swords and the Three of Pentacles, he's like, he probably is also talking about this with the rest of the group. He's like sharing the wisdom, because I see him like being like, guys, I realized something. I think that we should do this and this about our communication. I don't know. I think that he's slowly like gathering information, because also the King of Swords is very honest. Like, it's very clear. I think that his vision about the business is so clear. He's so intelligent in this. This is why he's like, I will just give what they ask me. Nothing more, nothing less. It's like, I don't care if you think that is unauthentic. Like, I will choose, he's like, he's like watching for his career. He's like, you will not get me in trouble. You will not get me in trouble. I will not be the problematic one. No. But also he could bring a bit of awareness, and maybe, if he has a feedback, he could, bring that literal piece of information and be like, guys, I believe that this is what is going on with the fans, or this is what has been going on in K-pop. I believe that we should focus more on this, on our image, or on our way of communication, restrict a bit the certain opinions. I think that he's sort of turning this into opportunity, and also he's sharing it with the group. And also he comes out as the King of Swords, that is like someone very knowledgeable. So definitely he caught the message. He caught, or he observed something that was very key and elemental in like, yeah. Yeah. Three of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles. So again, he's sort of protecting the legacy of the group and the stability of the group. So, let's watch out for what we say, or let's take care of the way we communicate. Let's not say those things, or let's not do this, but all from a place of awareness. But yeah. Yeah, he doesn't want drama. He doesn't want drama. This is why I don't have cups in here. I don't see that he's dating someone. I don't see like romantic feelings, nor emotions, nor some of them. No, I don't see anyone. I just see that, he's like, I have to survive. These are sensitive moments. These are sensitive moments in the industry, and definitely Jake knows this. Jake knows this. Probably he knows this because there's certain people around him that are in trouble or are facing certain circumstances. So he's like, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that one. So yeah. And we have the Page of Pentacles that it says efficiency. So see, he's like, like when I think about the Page of Pentacles, I think that he's like the typical person that he's like, I'm going back to rehearsals. I'm going back to practice. I don't want drama. You guys do what you want. I will go and practice. I will go and focus on my chores, on my work, on my studies. I'm busy. I don't care. I don't care about the others. Because he's saving himself. He's like, these are not times to be problematic. These are not times to get all confident and be like, oh, I'm going to be funny, or I'm going to be, he is like, no, these are not times for that. These are very sensitive times. Yeah, definitely. He must know something. He must know something. Also, because you know that in the beginning of the reading, I had this Three of Pentacles, Three of Wands, and I had this Queen of Pentacles, and I was like, this is like the Queen of Pentacles. It sounded like too mature to be another idol or like idol colleague of his, but it could be another female idol that is sort of sharing with him, or is like, or he's seen, or he knows something about this female idol, that probably is under the company. So he's like, you know, this person sort of tells me that in the future this is what is going to happen, or this is what is happening to them or her group, and I'm sort of seeing that the panorama is heading towards there. This is why I am restricting myself, and I advise the group as well to restrict themselves, because you know this person said this. When I saw the Queen of Pentacles, I was like, this could be like a fellow idol. But since it was a Queen of Pentacles, I was like, you know, it could be someone in power. But for me, it probably has to do with someone of the company as well, or someone that is like another of the idols of that company that we know, and this person is like sort of whatever is going on to her, is sort of an example of how things are going to develop in the future. So he's like, I'm taking notes, I'm reserving myself just in case. These are not easy times. He's like, you are not going to get me in trouble. You are not going to get me in trouble. He's so restricted, and he knows. He knows that probably people are going to be like, oh, but you're not saying that much. He's like, no, you will not get me there. Okay, I'm going to continue with the last one about this member of, I don't know if this group exists still, and flying. I don't know much about them, but I think that they are from the early generations, third generation or second generation of K-pop. And flying member Lee Seung-hyuk. Lee Seung-hyuk. Lee Seung-hyuk. Yeah, I love his very, you know, his very detached energy. Like, you guys, I'm smarter than all of you here. You will not catch me. You will not catch me. You will not accuse me of anything. I'm going to preserve myself. Ah, third gen? Ah, okay. Yeah, I believe it's the leader, Lee Seung-hyuk. Someone said that his birthday is on Halloween. Lee Seung-hyuk of N-Flying. Oh, why am I using it? Okay, okay, okay. The Halloween guy wanted me to use these cards instead of the Rider-Waite. Okay. Then I'm going to pull one of these to compensate. To compensate. Well, Wheel of Fortune. Sorry guys, just that it's so windy, I'm looking. Okay. For him, we start with Queen of Wands, Determination, the Magician, Three of Wands in the middle, Ten of Swords, and Judgment. And we have from the Rider White, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, for him, yeah, I see him. Could it be that he has been working on some other projects, like especially when he started the 2024? I see him very active. Like I think that his energy feels like very driven, very determined to create something or to just be very active in his career. He's very passionate, definitely. He's very passionate. Probably he's starting with the three of wands in the middle. He's probably like focusing already in something new or in a new journey or in a new project or in a new like content for himself. You know, there's something about him being like, I'm not stopping. Like this year has been very active, has been very great. I somehow managed to feel very motivated or just feeling very creative. So he's like, I have to keep in this journey of creation, or in this journey of feeling inspired or feeling the fire of wanting to continue. He definitely feels very just he's a very I think that he takes time, you know, because like I mentioned when I read for Jay, you know, the Three of Wands, it's a card that shows the free ones, you know, and definitely for you to get these free ones, you have to go through the beginning of something, then, you know, like sort of you adventuring to a new step, you know, and the Three of Wands is like the correlation of these free ones that is like, okay, you already advanced, keep advancing, keep going, you know, there's more territory for you to sort of explore, and also for you to take, for you to conquer, I would say. So definitely he has his eyes in the future or future projects, very motivated. But yeah, we have the Ten of Swords and the Judgment. So I think that maybe by the end of this year, maybe he's not going to start something new right away like he expects. Maybe he has his eye on certain new projects, but I think that with the Ten of Swords and also the Judgment, there's something about him. First he has to give certain endings to prior things of his. I don't know if he has like um, pendant contracts with some other people, or he has some creation that he has to finish, or maybe himself, he's sort of putting end to certain things about his career that no longer resonates with him or his personality. The Ten of Swords, you know, usually a lot of other Scorpio people that I read for today, they got the Ten of Swords in the middle. So this man also has the Ten of Swords here that it says endings. So I think that also with the Judgment, also there's some movement, some shaking, you know, of his reality, because I think that these are like the final stages of suffering. If he has to sort of like get to, it's like a wake up call, you know, in this maybe in this Scorpio season, and maybe for December as well, feeling like, you know, these are like the final steps for you to liberate yourself from painful situations of the past. So maybe, yeah, he initially in the beginning of the year he was so focused on, you know, going places and just doing things and being so active, because he's like, you know, I don't have time, I have to get on going, like I cannot stop. This is why we have all these ones. He's so determined to make it. But I think that at the same time the cards are like, you know, you still have to close certain chapters. So I don't know if he has like a pendant relationship or just a connection with his group or with the other members, but there's something about like you have to give like a proper closure to this, because otherwise this is going to keep following you. These unfinished business are going to keep showing up if you don't pay attention to them. Like it doesn't matter where you go, it's going to keep following you. So you better face them and face that these are over, honor them, but just celebrate the ending. Give room to the ending so then he can start all over. But I don't know if he has something pendant with someone or if there's like a business or something that is in there sort of hanging that is not over entirely but is still in there. So yeah. Mm-hmm. The Scorpios seem to need to get rid of a lot of things. Exactly. Yeah. They will not be able to advance if they don't face these endings. Because a Scorpio is a very transformative, um, you know, um, um, sign, zodiac sign, energy. But sometimes a Scorpio, they do struggle a lot with endings or with letting go. Even though their lemma, their motto is let go, like, oh yeah, like once they're over for good. But there are moments where it's hard for them to let go. Sometimes they get stuck in that energy of like, if you ask them, they are like, oh no, I already moved on. I don't think about that person. I don't think about that situation. Oh, I already passed this. And actually, internally, they're still hanging up on there. This is why the Ten of Swords is like, you think that this situation is over, but it can come back. It can come back because it's not close already. You need to give like a final. If you need to sort of like the tower, you need the thunder to sort of destroy the whole base, so it's finally like on the ground, it's finally destroyed for good. Otherwise it's going to keep coming back. And also we have the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is like, once you sort of give this a proper ending or you close this situation, you are going to be able to advance and you're going to feel lighter. He's going to be lighter. He's going to feel like, like finally, like good fortune is going to appear for him, and maybe, there's something about him. Probably this is why he has the free of wands, because there's a need for him to rush. It's like he wants to keep going, advancing, doing a lot of things, going here and there, and traveling and doing all these things. But when you come back to your house and you are by yourself and you are alone, he knows that he has pendant issues or businesses. It doesn't have an issue, but probably it's something that is not entirely over and somehow it's bothering him. And it's sort of getting in the way of his projects. It's like the cards are like, no matter where you go, if you don't put an end to this, it's going to follow you. It's going to follow you. So it could be a situation, it could be him having a closure with someone, I don't see a person, but it could be like having like a confrontation with someone, having a heart to heart conversation with someone, like, but just let it out, like let it out and let it go. Release it. Because yeah, the Wheel of Fortune is like once you set yourself free, you're going to be free to keep advancing. And the wheel is going to keep advancing as well. There's a lot of good things coming from him, and probably, he's going to, once he has this closure, he's going to notice a sort of liberation. He's going to start to see that maybe his lack all of a sudden reappears and he starts getting more and more opportunities, or he starts achieving much more things at a fast pace than before. Maybe in the past he was struggling getting some opportunities, but once he does this, maybe he will release himself from something and he will be lighter, so he can keep sort of traveling. I don't know, is he a traveler? It sounds like he travels a lot. I don't know why. Yeah. Ah, he has such in Capestellium. Yeah. Yeah, thank you guys for the recommendations. And of course, that we are just starting the Scorpio season. Don't worry if I didn't read for the others. There's going to be a part two. It's just the beginning. Don't freak out. It just if you want to leave another names, leave it under the same Scorpio post, please. That I posted about the Scorpio season. Please keep leaving in there the other recommendations that you have. I somehow know and recognize some Scorpio members, but just in case, just leave it in there and I will write it down. But yeah, we're just starting the Scorpio season, so there's no rush. What is planned for Wednesday? I have to continue with the friendship between the groups. I have to continue with the friendships. Yeah. So yeah. Yes, today is Yuta's birthday. Yeah. I don't know why. He must be still celebrating, but I swear, guys, I swear, when I started shuffling for him, I got so twisted. Like my tongue got so twisted. Like I couldn't say what I wanted to say, and other words would come out. Like I don't know what happened with him, but it was very funny. So, yeah, definitely he must be enjoying himself, and just being a man of his age and celebrating. And probably, this year has been, it has been tough, I think that Utah is also someone that he's very much aware of a lot of things, but I think that there's something about all of this that because we have the high priestess in the middle, there's something about him probably just wanting to go out with his friends or with his bandmates or with his teammates, just let's go out and drink and let's go out and party or let's go out and celebrate because I don't want to think about it. This is why we have the high priestess in the middle. It's like he doesn't want to say, he's like, what I think of what happened or what I think of this that happened to us, I reserve this for myself. Like I think that he's like, you guys are not going to see me suffer nor crying or and he's like, I only myself, I know how I feel about this and I'm not going to share it with anyone. This is mine, is mine, is my right to keep it to myself. And but definitely there's a lot of mix of emotions and a lot of necessity of him probably just wanting to have a good time or just like, numb himself at some point, because he knows that the time of enjoyment probably is very little, is very short, because we had, like I said, for Utah's reading, we had the four ones and then we have the eight of swords. So there's this feeling of like, yeah, I can have fun, but it's like this the Cinderella story, the clock takes the 12th, the midnight, and I disappear. I somehow like I have to go back to do what I have to do with somewhere else. So it's not like he's that free yet. And probably there's a part of him that he's like, I wish I could tell you guys that I am free to do what I want, but I am not that free yet. I'm not that free. Doesn't matter how glamorous it looks, I'm not that free. Mm. Mm-hmm. are idols getting old so quickly, or is it me? And here I am, saying fool, just being so happy that I have a difference between my bias and me of 10 years. You see them as old, and for me it's like, oh, like my bias is getting old, but we still have a 10-year differences. Like I don't feel so bad that we have a 10-year difference, age difference. For me, I'm so happy that and when he turns 30, I'm going to be much more happy because I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm 40, but he's 30, I don't feel like the difference is that much. Yes. Nayeon will be 30 next year. Also, yeah, a lot of BTS members also very close to 30 as well. Yeah, now that I'm seeing a lot of third gen idols getting closer to 30, I'm like, yeah, I had been here for a while. Yeah. Yes. Yes, some are past 30 in BTS. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But I'm talking about the Magne line. I'm talking about the Magne line. We call them the Magne line, but once they get to the 30, I'm loving this because I feel like they are much more close to to me. It's like you don't feel so bad for getting old. It's like, idols also get old. Oh no, Dania. Yeah, I know. I'm 23, but there's like 13-year-old. Hobby and RM are 40. Yeah, this could be like a cultural shock. Like Jungkook not being in his 20 anymore. Like I think that I had been observing, like following the group ever since he was so young. Like him no longer being in the 20s. I'm like, oh my god, we had been here for a while. That I'm seeing this. Yeah. Oh yes, it was. JK turning 20. Okay, guys, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for being here today. Happy birthday to my bias. Let's let's cheer for him that he has a peaceful end of the year and a very strong new 2025. At least we got his solo. We were praying for his solo. He got his solo. It was great. So yeah, it wasn't all bad despite of the bad news and everything. Um, yeah, we have to keep advancing. Yeah, TXT babies as well. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you on Wednesday, okay? Bye.